What is going on, my ladies and gentlefish? This is the Croc to bring you something extra special. We have a Pokemon trading card game, number 2, Rocket Revisit. It is going to be a Wi-Fi battle versus DHGSS. I cannot tell you how much he has done for the Pokemon community, and he has done it again with a perfect save file for trading card game 2. So here we go. I am using my Dark Fearow deck, which is uncompleted at this point. I kind of tried to just mix it around a little bit with whatnot, but you will see it's not going to go down exactly like I want. I tried to piece together in my head him having so much knowledge of the game before the battle. He said exactly what kind of deck I'm gonna be dealing with today and what's going to be happening here. So we have a lead of Scyther and Doduo. That is what we've got going on here. And both of us are going to go for a donk, but he goes straight for the challenge. Now, back in my mind, had I known in advance exactly what kind of deck, or just seeing the Scyther could have told me Haymaker, but, you know, Haymaker doesn't normally carry certain Pokemon. So, being that Haymaker having a normal level of Scyther, Electabuzz, sometimes Magmar, Hitmonchan, etc., I wasn't really expecting what's going to happen here. So I'm going to pick some Pokemon because I really don't want to get donked, and I'm not scared of getting donked on turn 1, maybe like turn 3 from this Scyther. But I am going to get a couple basics and hopefully get something going on my side. But not going to happen that way. I have Doduo here now. I'm perfectly cool with Doduo getting damaged, being that I do have the Dodrio with Rage and Retreat Aid. That's actually the main reason I use it. Retreat Aid is just too good. I just don't understand when people don't use it. My deck, basically, seeing the Electabuzz, you can tell that... this guy is definitely running Haymaker. You see the Scyther, you see the Scyther, you see the Electabuzz, and I'm quite sure the Hitmonchan and company is not too far behind. Now, for some reason, I didn't take just a moment of my time and look at his bench and see kind of what he had set up on his side. I instead decide just to basically let Doduo take a hit and be paralyzed. Now, I'm just going to start building up here. I have some bills in my hand. I need some draws. I get Clefairy and Gust of Wind, and my second set of draws, I get Super Potion and Bill again. So I'm going to use 3 bills in one turn because that's totally pro, and I draw my Dark Fearow, which is what my deck is based around. I'll go over some of the combinations as we go through it. But basically, Dark Fearow can do 80 on turn 2, 4 DCEs. I probably should have put computer search in here, but I didn't. Because Diego's awesome and has a master save file that he created of this game, that means that there's 40 of every card, so you can build pretty much whatever you want. And I definitely have some promos and whatnot in here. Now, looking at that, we're going to get into this game. I'm just kind of standing by here. I'm trying to see what he wants to do. I'm thinking he might go ahead and set up Electabuzz, but luckily I call that correctly that he doesn't want to, that he just goes straight for the T-Shot, allowing my Doduo to live. Now, I can get Doduo out of the way because of the fact that I do have the Dodrio. I'm going to want to use it later. It's a late game player anyway, as I'd already would have already been damaged and gone down to a level that I can KO pretty much everything, all his Electabuzzes with a wonderful attack. But I just decided to go for the fly high, not thinking that he's going to set this Electabuzz up this very next turn, which he is indeed going to. I wish he wouldn't have. I wish, in retrospect, I would have gone straight for the Drill Dive. Yes, I would have had to die, but he would have had to take another 10 damage. He would have been down to 20 HP, but I chose not to do that, and because I didn't do that, it's going to end up costing me. Because I'm going to pick up a Recycle Energy now. Looking at my hand, you see the Recycle Energy and the Super Potion. That is one of my combinations in the deck. When Recycle Energy is sent to the discard pile in any way, shape, or form, it will return back to the hand. So it is perfect fodder for Super Energy removal and Super Potion. Fearow only needs 1 to 2 energy to hit, so It's easy to charge up, it's easy to recover, and now I see the Wigglytuff. Again, should have looked before, but now that I see the Wigglytuff, it's a little bit of variation to Haymaker. It definitely isn't your very everyday Haymaker, and Thundershock easily going to take this Dodrio down. Now, looking at this, I don't have anything really going on for me. I'm going to top deck another Dark Fearow. I'm going to go ahead and evolve my other Spearow, but it really doesn't matter at this point. I'm just going to Snivel because I really don't want to get one-shotted by Thunder Punch. Even giving the chance to deal a 40 damage here and make him hit himself twice, it's just not very good odds. And he also has energy removal, which usually isn't in Haymaker variants. So, again, you definitely caught me off guard, Diego, with your differences in your Haymaker build. But it is effective, and you can't argue with results. He was talking to me after the battle, telling me some things like item finders and stuff to try to give myself a little bit of boost when I am going to use my Fearow. I decide to bring out the Wigglytuff, and I make a really, really dangerous play here. I want to go for the Metronome, and I do miss my coin flip, which does kind of suck. If this was Clefable, I just would have gone for Do the Wave, and it would have two-shotted this Wigglytuff, but unfortunately, all he needs is an energy, and he can put it on Wigglytuff, and he can go to town, and that is exactly what he's going to do. He's going to drop a Scyther on the bench, and now what is going to happen is a man sweep. I guess it's a man sweep. What I really can't figure out is that this Wigglytuff is just going to wreck my entire setup here. I just don't understand exactly why I tried to play against it. I guess I figured it was my best shot to give myself an opening. But for some reason, I really can't get anything going. I mean, I haven't really drawn anything, even going for Shining Fingers and drawing out his Electabuzz. Again, another blunder on my part. Electabuzz, not something I really want to bring out here, but it is what it is. It is going to do as much damage as possible, and it's going to do a good 40-bit. So he's not going to hit himself. I am not going to draw into anything except a switch. And I'm going to put the Defender and Super Potion, allowing me to get my Recycle energy back to my hand. And Shining Fingers if I want. In retrospect, I probably could have. I'm not really sure what I could have dragged out. But I usually play a lot better than this. And he started really bad, and I let Challenge go off, and it just set up his whole setup for Wigglytuff. And pretty much, I think he's really, really being kind of nice at this point, because he could just bring in Wigglytuff and go to town. He's got 2 energies on Electabuzz. I see no reason for him not to go into Electabuzz and just wreak havoc upon every card I've put into play. It's a 6-3 at this point, and he is very much on top. At this point, it's about respect. I really would like to get 1 KO, because, I mean, I'm pretty much done for it. I think he's just letting his Electabuzz do as much work as it possibly can. And then this Wigglytuff is going to Freight Train me. It's going to get very ugly very quickly. Not that I have more than 2 Pokemon, but I just decide here to put down a Recycle energy and go ahead and knock this Electabuzz out. It's really not going to matter too awful much. In my head, I do have the Dark Clefable to reduce the damage on Dark Fearow, but it's not really all that useful. And unfortunately, that is pretty much going to end it. But I pick up a Moonstone on the prize pickup, and that is kind of sweet, because I can search for Dark Clefable with that, which not necessarily is going to give me any kind of, you know, opening, because it's not, but hopefully maybe it will allow me to do something useful here, because I don't think it's going to. Now, Thunder Punch is going to obviously one-shot me, and that's going to bring Clefairy down. And now, we're just going to go through the motions. I'm going to Moonstone. I don't understand. The whole Dark Fearow line is the only thing I've drawn this whole game. And Dodrio was drawn, of course, after Doduo was killed in that gust of wind line fire there. But unfortunately, Clefairy, I'm kind of thinking my idea here is to go for Shining Fingers, wiggle my Edgeworth hand and put this guy to sleep, it really isn't going to matter in the long run. All he's got to do is wake up. If he draws a switch at any point, it's over because he can just KO and one-shot that Fearow. No problem with Thunder Punch. I feel the need to stress once again that Wigglytuff could have cleaned this game up like 5 turns ago, but he's going to energy removal me here, and that is definitely not very cool. I am just a little bit concerned here as far as what I'm going to actually be able to get going. So we're going to see how this is going to work. I'm going to pick up a potion energy, and my thought process is to go into Dark Clefable now. And my thought process is to go for Recycle Energy. I'm holding a Super Potion and pretty much allow myself another turn or so to basically recover all of my health between my Super Potion and my Potion Energy, get my health back up to full, and not have to really worry about anything. But that's not going to be the case. I'm kind of hoping how much Darkness Veil is going to give me off as far as damage. I'm kind of hoping somewhere in the 20 range. That would be awesome. But that's probably asking for too much. And he's going to wake up on this turn, on the very first turn of my Shining Fingers. So now I've got a plus power. And pretty much when I get the plus power off, I can deal 10 damage to everything. It would be nice if the rest of his bench was actually damaged so I could, like, gain multiple prizes at a time, because bench attack is, like, one of the coolest decks ever. But now he's going to bring this Wigglytuff down. That finally makes its appearance. It's going to do 50 damage, which means it only is reducing by 10. And now Darkness Veil is only going to make it 10. I'm going to go ahead and go back to full energy here. And now Wigglytuff is pretty much going to be my maker. I want to stay as healthy as I can. And from that point, I'm just going to go for Dark Song and hope for the best. Maybe get a sleep on this Wigglytuff. And of course, I'm going to pick up Dark Fearow because it's the only thing, again, in this whole damn gosh forsaken game I'm going to draw. And now I'm just going to go straight for a Dark Song, and I'm going to get to sleep. And it's actually kind of funny because I don't even remember flipping that. And now I'm going to deal 10 damage to everything, which is going to end up being completely pointless, and he is going to wake up on this turn. And pretty much Wigglytuff is going to stomp a major mud hole in my Clefable's face. I got this all-powerful moon behind me, and she's just frolicking and dancing. And she's still going to just destroy my face. I mean, there's really nothing at this point, just going through the motions, waiting to get absolutely ass-stomped by this pink Kirby thing. It kind of reminds me of Kirby, like, gone dizzy with, like, a big fluff in the middle of his face. But that's the game. Obviously, Diego going to take this 5-0. If you guys watched the game, you saw what I drew. I like my build better in my game. But since Diego made the save, I figure I would at least feature it with him and see where that went from. Lex Apney and I have been messing with Pokemon Online and are able to edit it as well and have some more plans and more things coming. Basically, like I said, my deck features Dark Fearow and Double Colorless Energy, Potion Energy, Full Heal Energy, and Recycle Energy used with both Super Energy Removal and also Super Potion. With switches to get out of the way, I had Scoop up in there originally. Togepi was for stall, just as a good stalling starter. Dodrio, obviously, for retreat aid. And that's pretty much my deck in a nutshell with the Moonstones for search. And until next time, guys, hopefully we can get this running a little faster. It was a little slow, but I have not played this game, especially versus anybody, since forever. I actually still have my original tournament deck that I had, which I don't really know how I won with, but it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, rate, comment, sub, thumbs up, objection, peace out, and find the computer room and later.